Hello, I'm back. It's me. Hey guys, it's Marie. Welcome or welcome back. Today is my Oklahoma story time. I'm so excited. So yeah, welcome. Today I'll be recapping not everything. Everything that happened in my time in Oklahoma. Not the state, like the musical. Hold on. I was not in the state Oklahoma. I was in the musical. Anyway, welcome if you're new. And yeah, before we get into this video, don't forget to subscribe, comment, contact if you're watching this on my blog, and if you're watching this on IGTV, hello and welcome. That was a lot of words to say in one breath. I always challenge myself to do that. I always challenge myself to say in one breath, and I do. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. So before I start like what I have listed, this was an amazing experience. I can't wait. I can't even begin to describe how much fun I had doing this. It was a nice experience to get under my belt for next year when I'm a junior. I'll have more time to do so. Anyway, so Oklahoma, that we'd be doing it, was announced in February of 2021, of course. And my reasons for auditioning were very simple. I wanted to get a show under my belt before junior and senior year came around. Also, I was dying to do a show. So, also, Oklahoma was very fun to do. So, I was excited for that. Also, my grandma was in this. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I posted this on my story. My grandma was in this in her sophomore year. So, if you guys will be in it too. Why not? So, little disclaimer, I did not know what this show was about. I knew it was about cowboys and, like, the Wild West or whatever, but I didn't know, like, what exactly it was about. So, until I watched it 3 times over spring break, and we were briefed on it as auditions. So, there are 2, like, huge things that happen, that I really want to call it a murder. Like, if you know the show, you know what I'm talking about, but there was a murder in a sense. And also, Curly comes to his judge to commit suicide. Doesn't happen, but he talks about it. And for our show, we tried to spend as little time on, like, those, like, triggering things as possible. Like, we didn't have a knife. We didn't have a gun. Like, we tried to spend as little time as possible on those things for purposes. So auditions were held March 24th and the 26th, and callbacks were right after auditions on the 26th. So, I went the 26th for both things because why not? Also, I was busy the 24th, I believe. If you know me, I will take any role I am given. I don't really have a specific role, but of course, I do have that dream role that I want. In this case, it was Ada Annie. Looking back at it now, I would not change the cast list at all. Everybody was cast so perfectly. Like, everybody fulfilled their role to a T. It was just amazing. It was, I wouldn't change the cast list at all. But we had, for the audition, we had to sing Farmer and the Cowman's chorus. Oh, the farmer and the cowman should be friends. Oh, the farmer and the cowman should be friends. We sang that once in a normal voice, like I just did. And we had to sing another time in a southern accent because Oklahoma has southern accents up here. So I was called back for Ada Annie and Gertie Cummins. And in my notes here, I gave a little brief character description for your pleasure. So Ada Annie is a supporting lead / lead. She's not Lori, but at the same time, she is, like, head of one of the love triangles we encountered in the show. So, but she is hilarious. And Gertie Cummins used to make Lori jealous of Curly, which forms a minor love triangle, but it's not really an overarching love triangle. She also has a very distinct laugh, which we'll get to. So for Gertie's callback, it was a scene between Curly, Aunt Eleanor, and Gertie, and there were 2 lines. You only had to see 2 lines, which was fine. I was, like, in the middle of going, like, I wasn't first, but wasn't last. So I got to see people do it before me. And I forgot to laugh. I'm not proud of myself for this. Like, I forgot to laugh. I'm genuinely mad at myself for doing this still. Like, it wasn't a very hard laugh. Like, let me get, like, it wasn't that hard. Like, it was better than that, but it wasn't that hard to do. I don't know why I didn't do it. I just forgot. So, anyway, and then for 808's callback, we had to sing the chorus of I Can't Say No. I'm just a girl who can't say no. I'm in a terrible fix. I always say, come on, let's go. Just when I ought to say next. When a person tries to kiss a girl, I know she ought to give his face a smack. But as soon as someone kisses me, I somehow sort of want to kiss him back. See, I should have put a disclaimer at the beginning of this video because there's going to be some singing. And there was also a scene of dialogue with Allie Hackham and her father, which was fun. Looking back at it now, I have that scene memorized in my head, but then I couldn't do it. I was also last. I was the last one to do that, so I got to see everybody else do it, so I kind of memorized it off of them as well. So that evening, I get cast as Prudence. All of what the ensemble, they all had names. Girls weren't referred to by name as much as guys were, but we had names to some extent. So I was Prudence. I was also a made-up character for the show because why not? I don't know why. Anyway, so April 8th, so we had auditions, spring break, and then we had the informational meeting. So the informational meeting was held for the cast. We received our scripts. We got a calendar of like when rehearsals were. We had every single day. And we got our vocal books. We also briefed them the obvious things about the show, like we weren't wearing master performance, so we had to wear them at rehearsals kind of thing. And I also found out who my character was. No, yeah, I spent the whole spring break trying to figure out who my character was. A little edit that I put into my notes. I kind of created a story for my character. If you've seen the show before, you know that there are these two girls that dance with Will in All or Nothing and in Kansas City, and mine was no exception. So my character, I wouldn't say I was jealous at 808. She was more obsessed over Will. So, and gets all Google-eyed whenever he comes around kind of thing. So when Marcus came around, Marcus being Will, when he came around after I Can't Say No, before the entrance of the ensemble, if you know what song I'm talking about, when he comes around, he says hi to me. And I get all, like, I faint on my friend next to me. Like, it was so much fun. It was so much fun to be that character. Like, to be honest, that's middle school me. That was how middle school me was, to be honest. Just okay, so April 12th was our first rehearsal. It was a vocal rehearsal. And rehearsals were every single day. And then we got into May, we had Saturdays. We only had three Saturdays? Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3. We had 3 Saturdays. So, because prom was one of them, so we didn't want to have rehearsals on prom. Bad idea. So, a little reflection of the first week. I did a reflection on the first week, second week, and then third, 4th, and 5th. I completely forgot about this, so I didn't do anything. And then I had tech week, show week, and then show reflection. So, first week of rehearsal reflection. They were very tiring. I mean, we did very little, especially that first week, but it added up by the end of the week. So by Friday, you're like, you were dead. I was dead at least. I don't know about anybody else. Also, if you have a job, like you have that too. So like you're very crammed throughout the week. But we only had I think we had 6. I think we got done in 6 weeks. It was a record. So my school days used to start at, well, they will next year. We're in the summer right now. My school days started at 5:30 in the morning, and then not until tech week did I stay up to 9:30. But they started at 5:30. I'd go home after school, come back at 6, and it was hectic. But the first weeks were basic choreograph blocking, if you know. or like basic movement during lines and stuff like that. Also vocal rehearsals. Some of the songs we did were group songs, including Farm on the Common, Oklahoma, It's a Scandal, It's an Outrage, and Many New Day. Out of My Dreams is the following week. So, Farm on the Common, no. Many New Day and Oklahoma have 4 to 7 parts each. And when it came to there being 2 parts, I was soprano, and then when it came to 3 parts, I was second soprano. For Many New Day and Out of My Dreams, I moved to first soprano because we only had 2, and also I couldn't get the harmonies down for that song. It was impossible. Now I could probably do it, but I couldn't do it at the time. But a little backstory. When it comes to me learning a song, I'm a very audible learner, like most people. So hearing the cast recording with mostly the melody playing, well, duh, song, melody, duh. It kind of hurted? Where'd that word come from? It kind of hurt my learning the harmonies. But if I'm by myself, I could get it. Like, I found a track on SoundCloud of them, so I sung with that. But if you put me next to an alto or a first soprano, I'm dead. Like, I'm very good at matching tunes, so when I hear something, I try to match them, it's not right. McKenna, who played Aunt Eller, taught me to plug one ear so I could hear myself, but also hear others. Came in handy. So second week of rehearsal, main choreography was finally put into the show. We finally got choreography this week. So It's a Scandal and Outrage was one of the first numbers to get choreography. Choreography. If you don't know the context of the song, I go recommend you watch this show. It's on Amazon Prime if you want to watch the Hugh Jackman version. If you want to watch the 1955 version, it's on Disney Plus. Also, if you don't have Amazon Prime, it's on the Hugh Jackman version's on YouTube. If you search Oklahoma, London, 1998, I don't know why I'm promoting this, but it's great. 2. Allie Hackham is one of the love interests of Ado Annie, and upset because her father is threatening Allie to kill him if he doesn't marry Ado Annie. Because back in those days, if you were flirting with some girl, you better want to marry him. And that's not only Ado Annie, but every girl back in the day. Us girls are in the back in like a circle, like gossiping, and then finally we hear them singing. We're like, what do you do? Oh, you call it on, kind of thing. So by the end, we want revenge, and we end up chasing a designated guy off the stage. So it's very fun. It was fun. So tech week, like I said, I know I skipped a lot. We just basically finished the show. Like, nothing major happened. So the schedule for the week was Monday was the first time with the pit. I mean, we had them all week, but first time with the pit was Monday. And we kind of cut some measures that we didn't need, kind of thing. Tuesday, we got our mics. Wednesday, we finished blocking if we finished blocking what we needed to. Thursday was dress rehearsal, and Friday we were off because of graduation. I just have to say, everybody was so persistent during this. Like, people were always there on time. Nobody, like, I mean, everybody was exhausted, no doubt, but, like, it wasn't, like, in the way, it wasn't hindering their performance, which was very great. I know it was a hard week because it was finals week for us underclassmen, and then it was graduation week for the seniors, so it was a very stressful and very emotional week. But also having my first mic and seeing my costume on Wednesday, they came Wednesday night, and we got to wear them on Thursday. So it was very emotional, and the emotions set in, and I just couldn't believe I was actually in a stage show. Like, it was amazing. So moving on to show week, opening night was, again, truly amazing. The only major mess up was Curly forgetting to propose. Like, he was just on his knees, just sitting there. Like, he forgot his line. Good job, Caleb. And I did some really good improv, but it was not funny in the moment. But now we laugh about it. But everybody was just alive. Everybody was just having the best time of their life. If you don't know, second shows are like the show after opening night are usually cursed in a way because you're all hyped up, like you're all, yay, we did opening night, we got this, and then everything goes like. Our director said that this was probably the best second day show of his career. Like, nothing major happened that I could think of. Like, nope, I can't think of anything. Caleb remembered his line this time. And then after the show, we all went to Buffalo Wild Wings and had the best party ever. Which we didn't get seated till an hour before closing, which was fun. Because that night was a middle school graduation as well, so everybody was there. The closing night, last night. Last night was like our senior walk night. So our seniors walked with their parents across the stage at the beginning, and then were honored after. The Illinois High School Musical Theater Awards came to see our show because the person playing Will, Marcus, and Anna playing Lori, were nominated for this. Marcus also won Best Actor and will be representing Illinois at the Jimmy Awards in New York. Congratulations, Marcus. I know I said this so many times, but great job. Amazing. And then Anna, like I said, was nominated for Best Actress. Thank you for being just an amazing mentor. Thank you. Amazing. But last night, I got so many pictures. Go follow me on Instagram because I have a highlight from my stories, and I also have so many posts. So go follow me at Just Me Marie. But anyway, now it's time for the show reflection. Like I said, I know I mentioned this so many times on my story, but it was such an honor to be part of the show, and I look forward to many more. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys soon.